So for today, I am going to be making a scrambled eggs recipe. And it's been inspired by Gordon Ramsay. When I see him cook, he makes food look so good. And I'm on the journey to 8% body fat, so I want to get better at cooking. And some of these recipes aren't the healthiest, but at least I'm getting better and improving my skills. And we're in a quarantine right now, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I call this my sweet and savory scrambled eggs. And the reason why it's sweet and savory is because I put two ingredients that you normally wouldn't put into scrambled eggs, or I never have. Blue cheese and dates. I am a big fan of Chopped and Iron Chef, and they always use secret ingredients, so I thought, why not?
First thing you want to do is you want to get 2 eggs. I prefer organic and pasture raised, but whatever works. 2 eggs, that will do, preferably large in size. Then you want to get some blue cheese. This particular brand I got is a creamy blue cheese, and we're going to be using a 1/4 cup of that. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to get some dates. I prefer the pitted kind. Makes it just easier to prep, to cut through, and have prepared. So we're going to do about a 1/2 tablespoon of that, and then we're going to set about 2 dates aside, and then we're going to grab our salted butter. We're going to use about 1 tablespoon of salted butter for this scrambled eggs recipe. We're going to add the butter to the pan with the eggs in it. Now I also have these black gloves that I love to use. These gloves are awesome. Keeps my hand clean. Got it off Amazon. I'll put the link in below. So I put these gloves on. Keeps me clean. I'm going to get myself a cutting board, and then after I get the cutting board, I'm also going to grab my bread. Now you can choose any bread of choice, but in this case I decided to go with half a French loaf that I had, and I'm going to cut it in half once I get this Ziploc bag open. I think there was a tear in there. There we go. Got it open. Now I'm gonna slice it in half, put some butter on it, then I'm gonna do the rest of the prep work, and then we're gonna move on to the eggs. Alright, so now we want to get the heat on the pan low with the butter in it, and I'm gonna gently scrub the bottom. We want to keep the bottom of the pan clean, and we're gonna do this in intervals of 30 seconds on and off the pan. And I have my timer up, and then I raise it off the pan so that it can continue to cook but not overcook. And I'm being gentle, and I'm scraping using this spatula. I love the silicone ones, they're awesome. And so I continue, and I'm paying attention to the clock. And you can see in the background I have my cutting board with the blue cheese and the date bits waiting. So I want to time this right. Once the egg starts to come together, I want to throw in the cheese and start to getting that cheese blended, so I don't overcook it but also get it nice and creamy. Then I'll eventually turn off the stove and add the date bits so they can caramelize just ever so slightly. So here we go. You're seeing it's starting to come together. Now I'm adding the cheese and going to mix that real well, keeping it on low temp, removing it from the heat a little bit, letting it melt in there, nice and creamy. And this is a pretty potent blue cheese, so I'll have to say, if you're into blue cheese, this is You're gonna really like this dish. If you're indifferent about blue cheese, maybe use half the portion that I used. And if you don't like blue cheese, then I don't have anything else to say to you. So here we go. We're gonna add the dates and then get that mixed in there. And then once this gets mixed, we're gonna grab our bread and start topping it. Alright, so we're gonna take our French loaf out of the oven. We had it nice and buttered up with some truffle butter. It's crispy on the outside and it's nice and buttery on the inside. I'm gonna turn off the oven and then we're gonna start to top one side with the scrambled egg. And it's nice and creamy. The consistency is perfect, just the way I want it. So I'm very excited about the way this has turned out. So I'm going to finish topping it, then I'm going to put the other half on, plate it, and then we're going to cut through half of it so we can see the inside look of this scrambled egg sandwich.
All right, I'm done. It's finished. So I have here the scrambled eggs sandwich on the French bread. I'm gonna cut right down the middle. Bread is nice and hot, straight out of the oven. I should probably do this on a cutting board, but I'm already committed. And here's the moment of truth. Bam. There it is. Let's try it out. Wow. That's awesome. Eggs, like creamy, it's perfect. Gordon likes to put creme fraiche in his scrambled eggs. But the blue cheese, I would recommend maybe try half the portion I put in, because I'm a big fan of blue cheese. So for me, this is phenomenal. The flavors, everything. It's just so good. I highly recommend this recipe. And like I always say when I cook for my friends or family, it tastes better than it looks. Now that is a great remix on classic scrambled egg. So good. Caramelized onions would be a good bonus. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe if you find this entertaining. I'm going to be doing more videos in the coming weeks, and I'm going to keep exploring the various niches and journeys that I'm involved with, and maybe, as I mentioned, I might interview some other people and find out what journeys they're on. What journey are you on? Let me know. Mention it below. I'm curious. And if I can learn anything during this pandemic, then all the better. I also mentioned that I was gonna maybe try, I didn't mention this earlier, but this was the bonus footage for if you watch the whole video. I'm gonna add a little bit of truffle butter to see how much that enhances the flavor profile. It would be better if it was melty. But let's just put a little bit in there, right in that first bite around the whole sandwich. Here we go. It works.